breach raise, just how much you can get out of combining that paint shells.
The game is hard enough.
Abilities has been huge, and you see OpTic very much taking advantage.
I don't know how that would
of
play
though.
though.
LG,
It was a nighttime
drive
map.
will have to be their key to
Might be really
success. Is in
bad.
the pistol round here. They set up over towards B main, make contact with the knife in mid, but not too much further committed yet.
One thing going into this game is that Luminosity, even though they haven't played Split in almost 2 months, it's the exact same comp from when we last saw it. Not a lot has changed for the agents.
LG versus OpTic.
Right, it's still
this
very
is
much prevalent, but here comes
seeding match.
that combination on the front side. You do get the fragment grenade alongside the
Winner
pole.
gets #1
Still,
seed in the
Luminosity
group, which is a
slowly
big
making their way
deal.
into the back side. Victor might be here for a couple of frags too. And it's a
One
lead
clip.
liner alongside Crashes.
That was an ace,
Two
bro.
more players are able to pop
That was a
up.
fucking
Victor
ace,
is able to
dude.
get 4 free ones. Dazzle's
Damn.
the last one
He got
remaining.
3 in
He goes
one
down
clip.
In a heap. OpTic with a big first round.
I want to paint you a picture here, Gus. I want you to imagine
I have to
the
pee actually,
society
chat. I'm sorry.
Go for
I'll
it.
be right
which
back.
Luminosity Gaming had a flash there. Any flash. Like literally any kind of flash from any of their agents. They didn't have that. They just have to go diving through the smoke, and it's great work by OpTic initially to stagger with the utility, slow down that push in main between the fragment and the grav well, and by the time that Luminosity is deep committed into the site, everyone is there. A crossfire is set up in the backlines, and this comp for LG, well, they're great at closing the gap. The gap closing abilities had been used early to get Mata and B-Dog out, so they had nothing to break through that smoke.
Well, that first, it's just the fact that that smoke ended up coming out. Such a difficult position to actually pop out of, no matter what. Even if they did have the flash, so many angles to try to clear out. And back over in mid, it's a very similar scenario. They have to pop out of this mid smoke. Barely any info. They're not going to be able to use a flash with it. 2 players over in heaven have the cross.
A pretty passive setup here by OpTic. You'll often see just Victor and Crashies working in conjunction when they have this neon rotating around the map, using that flash and the jump off run to try and clear out some space. Bit of a trap play in towards heaven. No one was deeply committed, but that's information garnered. And the stack of utility just continues. Out comes the conk from the neon. Now a stun queued up. There's just so much to get Bass in towards heaven, but Luminosity.
What the fuck is this LG comp? Why did I bet on them?
Back towards the A site, but contact made. Yay has the angle.
Oh, yay! Has to line up 2 or 3 of them, but only able to get one and take from behind. Actually taking down Marved! FNS!
Double sentinel, double duelist.
OpTic. This is a big buy round for them, and they're the ones down a man, but they do have the spike.
30 seconds.
One flash on Omen. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird, right? I guess it's defense heavy.
For the neon of Victor, they've bought time, but Luminosity, 3 strong, will just retake towards heaven. Crashes in a position where he can't really aid Victor with that flash through. I think the spike is just going to have to be conceded, and
no initiator,
will look to book it over towards B, but they're playing against the neon. Victor is faster. He'll have the line. He needs to go big.
And he's there, and he
5
could be in the back
seconds,
of
there's
sight.
no
By the
time.
time they get there, they might have spotted him. Victor can easily deny this. At just about 4 seconds, didn't even go down in time. It might not even matter.
Damn, Victor
gets all 3.
Very well played. The rotation on the neon perfectly timed to shut things on down, although maybe a little bit of a fumble in the early round there for OpTic, unaware of the chance that someone could have been re-pushing through mid, so a bit of a risk taken in that space. Regardless, very good work from OpTic to be able to fix things on through, and off that loss, they're going to elect to reinvest at least a little bit into this round. They have Victor's ult online, maybe attempt an aggressive play with that. They give Ye a Vandal to back it up. This is a potent round. You see, they're queuing up over towards mid, maybe pop that overdrive, run things down. They clear space very quickly, realize this is a hit over towards A, and then it's just Ye with the Vandal in a position to thrive.
For how strong of a round this might be with the guns, OpTic, OpTic, they're going to have yet another buy round after this, but here comes Ye on the front lines.
I never seen Ye spray like that.
Only the one. Yeah, such a big opportunity for multiple there, but it's going to be a free sight for LG.
Overdrive running low on juice as well, and not too much to get it out on towards site.
Still got one, by the way, after all that,
queued up
which is impressive in itself.
Lines. Flash available as well for FNS, but still, the gun's lacking. This is a good spot for LG.
See what the reaction is here. These rifles should be big.
Oh my god, he thought he killed him.
No way! Mata still peeks on back, still flicks back and gets the kill. So tragic
good
for
flash,
Victor.
though.
But Moose does hold it down in the middle of the side. Is able to take down one! Tig popping out, able to take down Crashes. Now the 1v1, and he nails it. OpTic so close to scrapping together. Such a big round, but LG keep it together.
Oh, if that kill in the corner comes through, that's a completely different round. Being able to pivot
Spraying is so underrated. Everyone says it's bad here. Everyone does it in matches.
saves Luminosity Gaming and sets
it's not reliable
for the clutch. OpTic Gaming
unless
did
you're
put an
close
investment
range
into that round, but it was just a hero rifle, so they'll be able to
keep
was
like
money in the tank still. We're seeing the value in this composition with the double flash.
Everyone I think would agree that bursting is more efficient.
I mean, honestly, just gets lucky.
More reliable, but it's harder to control and be accurate.
Too little issues there. The core OpTic.
That's why I think people resort to spraying. Obviously, in matches, way more pressure. There's a lot more stuff going on.
Here is both their dive agents.
You know,
workspace in
we got stakes on the line.
Play, though. Victor breaks contact. Flash comes through.
It's not that easy to just resort to bursting.
Ready,
even if you want to.
Peek. Crash, he's going out. It's going to be alongside Victor.
OpTic coming out on top. Finesse with 3. Damn. Huge.
It's on his own. He escapes too.
Yeah, Spike will be recovered. Now the round just resets. And it's on the clock. They know that FNS is wounded. He'll regroup with his team over towards the beast.
Thank you, sir.
He's aware of it. Smoke it off. Can he
get one tap or shoot 2 to 3 bullets with one tap?
Doesn't actually still
honestly, with the Vandal, I feel like the best thing is
to... He's not going to be able to cross past.
Tap strafe, tap strafe, tap strafe, tap strafe, tap strafe. I don't know if it's the best, but I think it is.
The angle. Great work out of
with the Phantom, I think it's 2-3 bullets, burst, strafe, 2-3 bullet, burst, strafe, burst, strafe, burst, strafe, burst, strafe.
1v1 Sig.
But with the Vandal, tap strafe, tap strafe.
But with 30 seconds left,
I think that's what's the best.
This is a decent idea, but Yay, he's TP'd all the way back toward his spawn to try to help, to try to fight against Tig. Actually did work out. Tig now down to 54.
What up, Krabby? How's the game?
Still stars, a stun.
Match 1 was a wipe.
The aftershock here. They actually elected
they're just gonna
off
use
the spike you go.
Now,
and he's
I think we got
still trying to plant, still trying to somehow get out.
Competition
He's stunned, no longer
here.
stunned. But in the middle of that chaos, bullets come raining in. FNS with a 4K on the round, and OpTic with a 3rd round.
What a big round there out of FNS. The trap play initially goes somewhat wrong. There was 2 players tucked in towards the cubby. They don't get blinded in mid. Regardless, FNS continues the push. Stays alive, and some good work, good awareness out of Ye to anchor things down over towards the A side. That was a pivotal round for LG. It slips away from them, so onto the eco they go. Bladestorm is available for B-Dog. You know what that man can do, is it looks like it just want to blitzkrieg space in towards mid. No trap setup this time. Instead, just the KO going to pop out that early knife. Full rotations off it.
Talk about the timing of the trick play, by the way, of the trap play over in mid. Full reset now for LG. OpTic, they don't need to do any sort of tricky business. No pushes at the moment. It's LG.
That was fucking...
It needs to reach deep into their strat book.
Yeah, they didn't make noise, actually.
Does go out, but Crashies doesn't peek with it.
Yeah, and the thing is, they didn't make noise. They weren't afraid of it. No one ran. No one made a step. So still, unknowing our OpTic, they expect this to be a play that's going to finish in towards mid. 3 players posted on that side. That means a more vulnerable site here, and B-Dog already out in heaven with the blades. Ye's isolated, but he's still getting the job done.
What? And he's just going to keep going. He's just a turret on top of the screen. No way he could get more.
Low
2
key,
more players
I think obviously it's not his fault, but I think the blast from Finesse
in the back of sight to deal with
messed up his vision. He couldn't see that well.
With that stinger, and it could be able to do damage.
And it might have got, like, you know, but you can't, that's not Finesse's fault. He's helping him. It's not his fault by any means. But I'm just saying he couldn't see that well.
Here, 4-1.
Nice setup there by LG. Don't make noise in towards mid. Walk up slowly. They know exactly where that trademark is going to be. Smoke it off, creep past. But again, Ye, just a linchpin as this a anchor. I love that he varies his setup so frequently. Last round he was tucked deep inside.
He could have TP'd, yeah, but he was feeling it.
Now he's up top. Now in this one, he's playing over towards mid. He has a flash for contact. OpTic will show you so many different setups.
He could be blindfolded and still shoot better than mid.
The fast pivots are the strength of this company of the Neon. You have the breach that can stun pretty much anywhere on the map from pretty much anywhere.
And that stun, that's pretty much going to lead LG.
I'm not feeling it that much. My arms are fucking dead, Devin.
Exactly that. The orb hasn't been tapped or anything.
I'm taking today as a full rest day.
At least that fear factor is there, and because FNS uses it so early in the round,
definitely going to use
Sun will be back up soon.
It's not good.
Good waste.
I just woke up so late today, that's why.
If they clear that out, get over towards the mid side, Mana gets taken down by Ye, immediately revive though. Ye isn't actually over back in mid. LG are back down to the default.
Still, there's a trademark there. Ye is cozy and conceding that space, falling back, rotating towards B Heaven. 2 players anchoring on each side, and hey, they're forward. Contact can be made here by the Neon. Their flash or the knife from the KO to follow. Noise is being made off that cam, so OpTic is suspicious of what's going on in main.
These positions are so tight for OpTic here. One contact on either one of these 2 players, and it's an immediate
it's very close, bro.
Oh no, he has
That was awkward. They both had util out.
His pants down, but Victor over in heaven, he actually just dropped the spike. Is he actually going to be able to control it though?
Wow. He stunned him twice and then rushed him.
To take down the only player in A main that can stop him.
Oh my god, he actually could have got him as well.
Well done off the push.
That was really well done.
The spike.
By,
Will they
Victor
actually get the spike down though?
Double stun.
Was made on that drop, and both players now noted that they are out of heaven.
Omen's got bombed. 10 seconds, bro.
Cautious, but this timer is now a huge issue. Only 10 seconds left to get this spike down. And look, FNS still has big utility.
He's got to walk around elbow. He's finally going to make it.
Oh, he's going to get sucked.
5 seconds left. Okay.
Wait.
The Nova Pulse comes in. He's going to be able to plant it. The damage is not enough. Tig is all good. Still an even 2v2, but the flash, that's actually a team flash somehow. Still FNS trying to come out in a very awkward battle against Tig and leaves it in a 1v1.
What the fuck?
The very last bullet before the dash connects onto FNS. He nails a triple for a second round for LG.
Should he, oh, he probably didn't have suck up. I don't even know how fucking Astro works, to be honest.
OpTic.
You couldn't suck him there, right?
On that aftershock. I thought it would be the round ender there, but the wind-up time a little too much. Spike ends up being committed. The round slips away, I believe. The Gravo was on recharge, so only that Nova Pulse available. Which meant,
it was good
despite the heavy utility investment, no one could actually follow it up.
The blast almost got him as well.
Greeting to get rid of that spike planter, separate themselves, and
actually pretty cool that both teams don't have any shared agents. Yeah, we've seen it a few times in recent times.
A bit of a default here. The Cypher does allow it.
We've seen it a few times in recent matches.
Utility, they very much make up
10 different agents.
Info, at least from
and
that
yeah, we have that here as well.
Almost always see Moose just chilling out towards A. Trip up, cam up, whatever information is needed. And OpTic doesn't tend to disrespect that, but we're towards this B site now. Ye is on a cheeky off angle. We're gonna need to clear him out. With the rendezvous, you can get one, get out here.
It's just the most obvious angle to try to peek, but no way you would just expect it from Ye. Ye around the corner, able to take down one, and in the middle of that site, that Spectre.
Oh my god.
Just a little bit more damage, but Ye
somehow still alive. Ye's Dazzle and Moose, Deagle, or his Headhunter, is arguably more dangerous than his Vandal.
Crashes over in mid, though, does take down the one.
God damn,
but these two players from LG, you saw how sneaky they were trying to be, not trying to make a single noise while trying to rotate to A, but instead, one of them gets spotted, but Dazzle has to run! Well, very awkward battle. That wall is going to delay time.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's not a long wall. It's only one segment that needs to be broken. Crashy's thorough.
I thought he would do it
yeah, that buys time.
Vertical,
now these rotates are going to be quick in. Dazzle should be able to get this spike down, but he's 8 seconds away. He doesn't have much space. The utility already hunting him down.
He could have actually had a bit of space on A if he wanted to. That nade wasn't actually hitting him, but so Dazzle, he's just forced back into elbow.
Oh, I had no idea.
With both players with full control of the A sites. OpTic, they squeak by with a 5th.
It's a big hold.
Really nice work
with
OpTic. A lot of these rounds, finding
even when he whiffs, he gets a kill.
Really
actually,
late. LG commits fairly heavily in towards a spike plant. We get these late round runs over towards
sports psychologists I worked with on a team.
Well,
I can't remember which one it was.
In these tight situations.
There's a few, but
space control in mid, especially.
He said something along the lines of, "It's impossible for you to be on your A game all the time.
Out on the raise utility, or it's a player tucked in, waiting for contact.
Your goal should be to raise the floor of your C game or your D game, whatever it is.
And I mean, lacking out on
so like when you're playing your worst, to raise that level of you playing your worst.
Which through defender side is one.
Because obviously when you're playing really well, you're not going to be able to play your A game all the time. But if your C game
is just scaring LG. Even wanting to approaching that top mid area,
it's still like really good. Like your floor is still really good. Then
it has to just be that smoke over in top mid. But
you'll be a more complete player. Something along those lines. I forget exactly what it was.
Case, they're still trying to get in, but they're still going down 1 or 2
Raise
players
your D game.
Actually take the space.
Yeah, and thus far, OpTic are 6-1 in the first kills versus the first deaths. That means
it's a theory of minimums and maximums, something like that. Yeah.
Time. Throughout this game, OpTic get these early kills.
It's like a sports thing too, as well.
Mid with those aforementioned trap plays, or towards an
I'm not explaining it very well, but I understand the concept behind it.
They give so much space because they have the initiator utilities, and they also have Marv to buy time in the post plants.
Basically, when you're playing like shit,
OpTic now.
You got to make your shit game better.
More or less that same.
So if you're having a shit game,
we're going to see Ye back over towards that mid side, but I more or less just wanted to see.
You have to raise the level of when you do play shit. That it isn't that shit. Maybe that's better explained like that.
Yeah, it is, but still, FNS in this position where when you play that corner of heaven, you can instantly stun towards B main. Looks like Marv is going to peek off of it, so he'll just pop up the smoke and edge forward. They've been conditioning with that stun with that utility before, and normally don't send to player. So now that B main control, there could be a fast
tighten the gap between your performances. Exactly.
You already see FNS backing away, considering a rotation over.
Raise your floor, not your ceiling. Exactly.
Same thing with Victor too.
Is that a concept or a real thing that's completely achievable? It's a real thing.
Rotators. ready and raring to go if that option even comes down. But Luminosity, although they started off with 3-4 players all the way back over in A, they are converging back over in mid, and not even in a default type position. They all are rotating back over in mid.
I want to take this space. They smoke over towards the B Heaven side, but they're actually going to walk in towards Male. FNS has a really cheeky angle here. Gets one, drops down, stuns it. No, actually
this guy said, I'm radiant now, Tarik, thank you.
Wall comes up, and Nate as well. This utility is so good to stall for OpTic.
And smoke through now can be a big drop. A whole bunch of 50-50s here for OpTic to try to defend against, but they are able to win at least 2 of them. In the back line, you do have the ulti going out for Victor.
Wow.
Lightning
Victor's playing so well this game.
It works out just fine. 2 kills going in for Victor off of the ulti, but you still have Moose, of course, just with the Sheriff. And it's just that, really. 20 seconds left. 64 HP. Does pick up at least a rifle for his favor. FNS is in the back of sight.
I feel like you have to raise your ceiling in order to raise your floor.
They're almost completely nullified, and indeed, they're done and dusted. 62.
I think your ceiling will
I hear lightning figures.
naturally
like the next
increase
generation?
as you raise your floor.
Yeah, we went just from simple chicken fingers to dino nuggets. What's next? We just keep innovating. We just keep.
And I think it's harder to raise your floor.
No, I mean the evolution of chicken nuggies are honestly like it's a thriving market, and I don't really know why we can't have more evolution to it. And Victor, I mean, he brought the next step.
Yeah, faster play coming out though. Here from OpTic, they have a flash queued up. Neon behind it. Aster here as well. I don't think there's going to be stars involved. It's going to be 3 players throttling towards A. They know the Cypher plays here. Usually alone, they'll try and punish. Spotted out is Moose, but OpTic doesn't overcommit. They realize it's not going to be an early hit over towards A, and now they're worried about the reaction, and that reaction is to come through mid. FNS's job, again, we just saw this play unless they just head towards vents, in which case they're walking in towards 2 players. Crashes and Victor wind up.
Yeah, that's going to be that easy crossfire, but Dazzle going in could have been able to spot one. Opts not to, was just waiting for that is slowly clearing that out though, but this is some good space for OpTic. They have 3 players covering this A area. 2 of them being crossfired up with that mid position, with that elevator push. LG, they're forced to go back.
And again, FNS is on the same angle. This time there's a trademark in deep. Contact he can play off of. Trademark activates. Pops either a flash or a stun, or even just an early aftershock to delay. I don't think that was even off noise. Just to buy time. LG will try and push this forward. Now FNS is aware.
We saw his barrel.
On the other side. Spotted a player.
And the stun. Oh, he was stunned. If he had his gun out.
Pops right out of the stun. He takes down Victor. Watch out, FNS. Still 2 players in mid.
I wonder if the audio in this game will continue to improve, or if it's at its peak, like how good it could be. Like directional audio, being able to hear people from a distance.
He has to cross, yeah. He has to cross, yeah. He definitely heard that. Now he knows for sure. He gets 1 here. Should be able to close out this round, and spikes on the floor.
Oh, but that was mid-TP too. Yeah, he just takes down Tig. B-Dog now looking for a 1v3, and that is just flawless. He does take down Ye, but it's only going to be that. Time is over. OpTic, they take up a 7th. Unfortunate for B-Dog.
7-2. OpTic has been playing Luminosity so
Does raise the floor mean to improve your weaknesses? Yes.
Your early aggression there towards A is so tempered. Flash goes over, you get a bit of a commitment by Victor, spots out the Cypher. In a way, well, they don't get any kills off it. They get such good information because they know that the default for Luminosity is a lone Cypher there, have your presence over towards mid. The priorities with this comp for LG,
right now.
Mid control,
Victor's turning the
control. When they have that, the double dive can leverage that space, get into sites really quickly, but OpTic, not only have they done a good job at that early round info, they've also done a great job at just re-clearing in the late round. I think especially towards B Heaven, FNS's utility has been so good to stall there.
I mean, you keep mentioning double dive, but we haven't seen a single round where the quote-unquote dive has even happened. So unfortunately for LG in terms of actually taking up this early map control, but OpTic is what they do best. Very methodical here. It's over in B. It's only Ye just watching out the situation. LG slowly inching up towards him. He's about a pixel or 2 away from spawning almost every single player from Luminosity. It's going to be so awkward once he actually finds this.
Oh my god. Now,
2 players right behind him here in B, though. It should be a good time.
Oh, we got a double lineup.
How is that not a collateral? How is that not anything? That is just so unfortunate. But out goes the Rolling Thunder, and absolutely everyone gets rocked. LG
That's
still
their worst
trying to make their way
mistake, running into Diablo.
Bullets as well hitting. The slow fields pop out when that chamber up. It's a kill, and now FNS is here. His utility continues to slow.
Dude, no one's watching that.
Perfection.
What?
Modifying's 3 marved. back on the reply. He's fighting back in towards this one. Dazzle needs to take the fight, needs to get this spike down, but OpTic are just staying around.
We didn't see any of them,
pressing forward, and Dazzle on the 1v2. He has a fight, but just can't win it.
How does Mata get those kills in the middle there? But that was really the only thing that could have made that round even close to entertaining. OpTic, they had the right idea in terms of the rolling thunder.
No one held left.
Not a lot of control actually.
I think everyone thought someone was holding it, but really,
Luminosity, they were
no one
looking
was.
Pretty much for a free spike plant, but in the end, that just didn't work out for him.
FNS has just been the hero time after time when it comes
anyone
to these
clip it? We didn't even see it, honestly. We just saw it on the kill feed. You can clip it, but all you're going to see is the kill feed.
Double dive. That's the round where they attempt it. They hear the chamber TP off. They go in quickly.
Clip the kill feed.
This utility is so oppressive. KO9
and no replay,
starting in from the breach. You cannot make
production sleeping
unless you've baited out.
Production knows it's going to be a quick day, so they're like, fuck it.
That's an incredibly tough challenge.
First series was an hour and 30 minutes.
Here. Only moving a pixel or two. He's not being detected just yet in the middle of this cage.
He got the raise.
He's able to get two.
He got the raise.
Easy job for him. 3 players in front of him as OpTic. Everyone begins to rotate back over towards A.
Wait.
And look at this. The neon even sliding
if
away.
If Raze dies,
making a whole lot of noise in the back of sewers.
when he has his ult popped,
in compensation for the
and he gets res, but the timer is still going.
Heaven and it's working.
Does this rocket still come out? I know the answer is no, but should it come out?
Because of their own cosmic divide now, they're aware what's going on.
The timer is still going.
Coming on through, but LG for once has beaten them to the punch. They have themselves time to set up a good post plant here. The round though, just beyond Mata, he's lurking deep, sticking around in towards Heaven. A wall to sustain his position, but no utility beyond
that would be broken. I don't think so. That's so rare that you res the Raze while you ulted.
He'll get it, but Moose still holding down the angle, and he's gonna be able to get both of them. 4K.
Because you think about it, when Jet gets res with her knives, she comes back with them.
Started so well for OpTic as well. That was great.
Or Chamber gets res with his op, he comes back with it.
Out of crashes, that cage gets thrown to every round, and generally when a pop is,
I know those don't have timers, but
it's activated. If you're sitting in the cage when it sets off, you don't get an audio cue. So Luminosity would never expect him that close in that.
You should get rewarded for trading and reviving that fast. I agree.
It's great for LG. They see the cosmic divide come on down. They kill the player in towards Heaven, see an opportunity to rotate, and they stay proactive.
Neon doesn't get hers. It's based off timer abilities. Yeah, I see the concept. If you have a timer ability, you don't get it back.
They did exactly that.
But
they never stopped
if it's
moving
like
after that
something there's no timer involved, then you do.
The middle of the cage ended up coming down again.
So they're just trying to make it consistent.
It was more desperate play. Ended up taking
which I guess makes sense too.
Essentially allowed back over towards that mid area, but hey, move forward. The last run of the half, and Ye starts it off right.
So many rounds where we've just seen Ye sit in an off angle, chill out, get one a TP. There's no utility.
What about Neon ult? Yeah, we just said it.
You have to just walk into the angle,
he gets
clear things on out on your own.
She gets res. She doesn't come back with it either.
8 kills in a row for OpTic now, and Luminosity has only really been able to come back from what 2 of those rounds. It has been ridiculous how good OpTic are starting it, and it's rarely even in the last few rounds utility doing it. Dry play from Crashies, and that one it was just Ye holding the angle. The round before it was also Ye holding onto an angle. OpTic have been so good in these situations, but for LG now, despite the man disadvantage, they have a lot of space here towards B Heaven.
Well, the stun not actually catching Mata, but he still has to run away. Big
wow, look at this angle. Never seen that angle.
They still have plenty of time to potentially dive here.
Got 2, man.
He's going to be able to strike down 2 over from the Heaven side, and they still have more players to deal with in the middle here. They drop right into FNS's crosshair.
Such a good hold.
He takes down 1, but he's B-Dog in a 1v3, making a 1v2.
I mean, B-Dog's fighting back. Not gonna lie.
He's made noise. Recover the spike. A wall for safety, though.
Oh, this is tough. They're gonna break the wall when he taps the bomb. They're gonna break the wall when he taps.
To stick to the play towards his B site, and sound cue will be made. Crashies even has the ult available.
That's unbelievable, B-Dog. What is he even looking for here? He's able to catch 1 on the Crashies. Now he just needs 1 more. Marv's unknown. He barely no. He canceled the plants. He was looking for Marv's wide swing, but Marv knows better. He stays safe in Heaven, and he denies the round.
Nah, he's trying to bait him out.
9-3 to OpTic going into the second half. But a tragic way to finish it off for LG, but they're looking for some luck in the second.
Just playing, homie. Yeah, he was trying to tap it. Just a risky play. I'm not sure, Hamza. Maybe. I think so. Possible. Gotta get real again. Not yet, Krabby. That's awesome, Daves. I'm sure it was a good experience. Still been hitting the gym. I didn't go today. But tomorrow. For sure. I hope. Tomorrow, I mean, today I actually slept in like crazy. I set my alarm for 11, and then I pushed it to 12, and I woke up at 2. But honestly, I just said, fuck it, dude. But tomorrow I gotta wake up early. You said tomorrow, yesterday? Well, yesterday I did a home workout. Today I didn't go because obviously I woke up late. But yeah. Oh, I know. I'm slacking, dude. A little bit. I'm not slacking that much, but a little bit. Thing is, I'm also sore as fuck. That's my excuse.
Luminosity finds himself down 3-9.
Well, it's not a valid one.
For first seed.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. It's like Luminosity has not been watching Split for the last month and a half, 2 months. Again, this comp is very individual, to say the least. They definitely trust in it, in the fact that they created it themselves, potentially. But yeah, no, maybe a couple of switch-ups might help them out. But here on the D side, they're looking for some big progress, way more than the first half, of course. They start off with 3 rounds, but they start up with a big hold here over in A. It's 3 players crossed up with almost all 5 of OpTic.
We're still on top of this wall, taking a risk for Dazzle, but it does not quite work out. Victor charging forward, a second on the entry, and the A side hold obliterated.
Just like that, Luminosity, they only have 2 more players to try to hold on to the rest of this round. Tig, Moose, trying to slide their way back in, but all 3 players.
Oh my god, those fucking stuns, bro.
And look at this combo.
Holy shit.
2 different stuns of Molly coming in.
That util's crazy, bro.
And FNS just jumping through for the final.
By the way, LG picked this map
in a flashy way.
And they are getting rolled.
The util combos are, it feels like we are in the meta of cringe combos. And OpTic knows that more than anyone else, right?
Not the cheese, not the trap plays.
Nah, you need more cheese, more trap plays.
No more cheese.
It's been so much breach stun into nade combo, seize from your fade into a nade combo.
That's optimal.
You know, even a neo conk. It is optimal, and it's so fun to watch because OpTic, I would say, is the best drilled team, maybe outside of Ghost, at doing so. For Luminosity, they are just falling victim to those setups over and over again. And when it's not the util, really it's just the pace of Victor. Not even 10 seconds into the round, already has full control of B.
I mean, arguably, LG have a way more defense.
See that for now.
Oriented lineup.
Control of B main. Not exactly going out just yet.
I think it's
control of
maybe too far gone.
But oh, look at this. This is real fast. I don't even know how he makes it through without getting pinged out. But we do have Moose coming up on the flank. Crashies in bottom mid. He's going to go down to the classic. But great trade from Victor. B-Dog actually comes on back. And look at this. A double swing through the smoke in mid. Well, that's certainly going to work out, at least in the close range. OpTic have 2 remaining.
But Spike is recovered in this one. And Marv is in a position where he can continue explore. A bit of an expedition possible in towards defensive side. It's Ye will plant open. It's optimal for a hold towards heaven. I'd imagine the plan here is to late push the heaven space. At least for one player it is. Ye sticks around on site.
And Marv, is he even going to inch his way up? He's definitely just waiting to see if there's anyone going to be pressing back, rotating back from the A area. But every single person is coming up from heaven, and they place up a wall for the flank. So good. They're able to drop down now, only worrying about the 1v1. Of course, Marv is going to try to break this down. Ye with a big shot, though. Can he get 2? He absolutely gets 2. Dazzle now stuck in a 1v1 as he takes down Ye. Marv is still up in heaven, and he absolutely knows it. And somehow the Nova Pulse barely hits on the very edge. Marv looking for a couple of jump peaks and looking for a couple of headshots. It works out for OpTic as they somehow once again scrap together a round.
LG have the absolute right idea there. First off, going early into the round, the setup in mid is great. Triple swing off the classics. OpTic was stuck with reloads, with util out, and they start things so well. And then when we get in towards the post fight, they have the right idea. They hear where the plant is coming from. They realize a heaven wrap is possible. They wall it off, but Ye is just a monster.
ADS
Hold
on the
space on site grabs too. Makes it an easy 1v1 for Marved.
Well played. Again, I said scrap together because OpTic, such a disadvantage near the very end of that. Luminosity, such a close chance once again to steal a second round conversion. Just like we saw in the first half. Already, Victor, control of top ramp. Everyone from LG, not a single person in the middle of this site.
I was doing something fast.
Still in the back lines is Moose.
Yeah, Moose does slide back in and he gets a kill for it.
Tomorrow's my mom's
play
birthday and I got her day at the spa.
No trade to be found. And now wrap back towards mid here for
As
OpTic.
part of her present.
Great position already set up by B-Dog. He can hold
she's never done anything like that, so hopefully she enjoys it.
Smoke to support, so he only has to be worried about Heaven, but instead, OpTic seem focused on Heaven. There's two players
the bougie place.
And what a jump up.
Bougie.
I mean, the fact that Luminosity fully committed both players from A to go down into Elevator 2 definitely helps out for that trade potential, but they could have went back into A. Here they come off the drop of B, and it's all easy peasy here for TIG alongside, oh, there you go, alongside B-Dog and Dazzle. They're just done for, though. It's just going to be LG with the fourth.
Good round there for LG.
By her house,
OpTic decided to make the reinvestment in towards that round, so money will be a little bit shakier coming in towards this one.
11-4, good half to my you-know-who frogs.
It's a good hold from Moose and better setup in towards mid. OpTic are close to a few pivotal ults here, though. He already has that Tour de Force online. If Victor could get his overdrive, it starts to look like a recipe for a bit of a...
Zonix Law. Actually, true. It is Zonix Law.
Already going to start off with some util over towards A Heaven. It's going to be very fast for Victor.
Oh my god, bro. Victor has been insane on Neon this map, actually.
Every time
he's literally just lighting it up.
Runs straight up the ramp, and now that gives him the overdrive as well. Won't be popped just yet. Instead, bring out that wall, making pressure over towards.
And I'm glad they replaced that food guy.
Crashies should spot this. All he needs is information.
This Victor dude is lighting it up, bro.
Space. In the meantime, OpTic is working their way out through main.
Anyone ever know what happened to that food guy?
Do they even want to retake in a round like this? Against the pistols, you could play such weird, tight off angles on split.
Low-hanging fruit.
Just keep getting chipped down one after one, but LG, they were all the way over in mid, but OpTic didn't take their chance and took B.
He went to Fortnite.
Pressure reapplied in towards mid, couple slashes into the wall, and now a section broken. They're, I think, just trying to force aggression out of LG, hoping they'll re-push, challenge Ye on the Tour de Force, or at least catch a unlucky timing in that regard. Spike is still positioned towards mid, but Marv's going to start to work his way over towards A. The player mid.
They're going A.
Eyes for nothing, and look what's still on A. Full setup from the Cypher.
Oh, but it's going to be Moose. Yeah, like you said, full setup on the front side, but he still needs the frag to try to compensate for it. Dazzle does pop out of that position, and again, it is only just pistols for these last three players of OpTic. Dazzle holding it down even more, and he has his revive live, and he's looking for an ace too. Yeah, trying to pop out of the nebula, but the op.
No, he's about to kill him, bro. If he shot, he was dead.
11-5.
Great round there from Dazzle. This guy had such an insane performance in the previous match in the group side of Luminosity, and starting to step up here. 11-5, still a tough hill to hop on over, as OpTic will have money back in the tank for them. Mid control continuing to be a bit of a priority in their early rounds. They'll set back up in that area.
Now let's see what Luminosity are actually going to try back over in the mid side, because we've seen that same three-man push twice already early on in this half. Hopefully they're not trying to do it again, but it's not exactly a bad option. This time, though, they are sticking that op all the way down in that mid-side. B-Dog waiting for a peek, and it just doesn't work. His crosshair in the right position, but not exactly his movement.
And Victor really quickly to claim that space over towards Heaven. Gotta go. I just want to disrespect this one. Flash forward, but a wall in the face bomb. Oh. You're locked out of the sight. Now Mata and Dazzle both there for the frags.
Oh, and FNS, he's just stuck in no man's land in the middle of that slow. And Ye is able to get that trade onto TIG.
Diablo verse 2.
Now a 1v2.
The race is on. People run. People run.
He does have a trademark back in sewers. These players, of course, from Heaven end up going there, but they haven't budged at all. They're still sticking up there. Ye is going to get an easy plant.
They still do have the Cypher utility here, and that's why they're staying so
far
back. Camera will be popped off. Timing, Ye could actually sneak past this. There's a kill trip, and that's been pinged out. He's aware of the possibility, and he's timing to the camera. He's worked his way in towards back A, but even that camera up in the late round could be big. Rendezvous is available here for Ye, though.
Ye, he's trying to hear the camera.
He doesn't know. He
doesn't see Ye. But Ye definitely heard it, knows exactly where it is. Moose is still trying to find Ye. Ye has slipped through.
I think he saw him. They 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 saw him.
What is this position?
They saw him for sure.
Why does Madi even peek that?
Yeah, the camera saw him.
Oh my word.
It's so well set up. They expect the aggression. It's because they had a trip over towards vents. It's unlikely that he pushes deep, and because often you'll see players tuck down there, give heaven control, retake it in the late round, and they wouldn't expect him to go main as it's such a tough position to hold in the post, so they just pause. Time is in their favor. They still have that cam off. Really well played. Nice discipline out of LG to deny a
exploit camera. Brazil's watching. Good luck. Have fun.
Like you said, all options covered. Even though, again, you would think that that camera would have almost every angle possible, but it just couldn't cover under it. Now we move into finally an awkward situation for the pockets of OpTic. Down to pistols and down to finally a group take potentially.
To lock this.
Still rolling thunder. Overdrive available for Victor. Looks like that might just be the plan. FNS again set up for the stun towards heaven. No one will contest it this time, so unlikely for that play to find value.
It's just going to be that fault line over towards that heaven side. And again, Victor does the dash. There's only one player over in A to try to hold this down. Mada, great push over towards that bottom mid position. Had plenty of players to try to trade it out. But again, only Moose here to try to hold it down.
Wow,
and the cage
Vandal spray.
To trap them all down.
Legend says if you master a Vandal spray,
but simply not going to work out.
You're the fucking GOAT.
Easy 3K with a prime.
You can master the Vandal spray.
Finally, some clean rounds starting to come through.
Which it would be hard to do because it's RNG.
But OpTic might want to start considering a timeout. Slow things down. One too many rounds have slipped away. LG been looking good to find these early kills, and there it is. Timeout will be activated. I think enough money.
Any throat goats in the chat?
Yeah, to try out that attack-sided operator if you'd like to. I'd be surprised if he does elect in towards that one. We want to highlight the Cypher, though. For Moose, he's run a pretty similar setup in so many of these rounds.
I was expecting more me smiley faces.
Pretty much every time.
We actually got more Hans. That was a bad one because
Luminosity
that
just
emote
sprayed through
over
the cage, got multiple kills,
rules the other one.
Easy. With Moose anchoring and buying so much time on site, it allows the retakes towards heaven to be more effective from Luminosity.
I'm just worrying for a round like that where Moose, again, is solo. The rest of the team does trust him there, and that setup ends up breaking down. It would have to be that full retake from OpTic. Again, I would like to think that it's low utility, especially with the way that they are pushing down that mid side.
What's the throat go? It means you're good at singing.
Substantial. It is really just relying on those dry peaks and trying to get those 1v1s, trying to get those trades over with. But yeah, the setup over on A, it is strong for Moose. It has been pretty consistent so far, but let's not rely on it too much because, again, OpTic, one big take here with some guns, and it could just break down.
Singing,
operator out.
Singing, yep.
Yay, B-Dog has one as well. This will be the first round.
All right, 11-7.
Proper op versus op duel. OpTic seem to think
they're going into Moose.
The weakness.
Let's see if the Moose is loose.
Charge down against Moose. He is alone, so if they can connect the KO knife or just get past the utility,
look at that shit.
Moose, very early.
You couldn't even get a fucking glimpse of what's going on.
So waiting for players to go on through. This is a very early flash, very early take. The fault line actually stops Victor, but Victor's not going to go into a 1v1. And very good stuff from Moose, where he just backs out looking for a 5v5
imagine that connects. Ooh, that connected.
Shot connects. Ye sticks around too.
Now,
Ye is just going to be a turret here. All of these players have to cross up heaven if they want that
breach
control. The rolling
that was a huge ult.
Goes in for heaven, and they're trying to retake this back. Moose with a big kill, actually retaking A, trying to make his way into elbow, but you do have the TP back. You have two players safe into A main, but
look, he's just killing them.
They have control of elbow currently. Look at this push through the smoke. Tig,
they killed 3 of them.
Moose ends up taking him down, and the showstopper comes out at the same time. So much chaos, but as the dust subsides, it's LG with an 8th.
What an insane round from Luminosity. They hold space heavily in towards heaven.
This game matters for seeding.
Contested against Ye, and he finds value from the play. But the Astro Wall from OpTic works against them. It allows the resurrection to come through. It puts LG again at a man advantage, and off that res, OpTic felt forced to fight. They wanted to maintain their man advantage. They refight towards main.
Ye kills 3 and 3 remain in the end.
Big kills from Moose, from Dazzle, keep things going. Another rifle round slipping away.
Eco for OpTic.
Back down to the eco.
LG
they really only have like
poised to take 9
more rifle rounds left to be able to close this game on out. Things are getting scarce.
Yeah, this should be a timeout for them too.
They used it, I think, just last round. And that's what makes that round even tougher, right? Because they think they have the play, and I think fundamentally it was a good idea. LG just adapted quickly to the setup. They retake that Heaven control so well. They knew what OpTic was doing, and they denied it.
Yeah, more importantly, Moose was fighting tooth and nail for that A position whenever he was actually holding on to it. I mean, just that small adjustment, going back, playing a lot more safely, did allow for a lot better of a retake, and he ended up getting 2 kills for his favor off the retake. Here comes the rifles of LG, combining in that mid side, holding back OpTic. 2 players going down. B-Dog
killed Diablo
against Ye. Ye goes through, and okay, nice.
What the fuck?
Ends up leading potentially for that frag for Tig.
Where's this guy going?
Flawless. Moose gets the last.
This game matters because the winner gets #1 seed, who gets a forfeit, aka a bye in the first round of the playoffs. I've said it 10 times in the last 2 days. But it's okay. New viewers.
Things down a crossfire with Mata.
Orange is the same guy that asks me every day. I don't know which one it is. It could be the same guy that asks me every day too.
Having big performances, and well, they had their moments. The first half, it was OpTic's utility proving just too punishing. Stories have been swapped now. Yay. And with the operator,
imagine it's the same guy that asks me every day, and I answer every day. It's fucked.
OpTic will take space early and towards B main, and they push back both the Omen and Raze.
You can say the same joke 10 times, but for useful info, you draw the line, Tarik. Poggo. Goddamn, Krabby. You make a good fucking point there, and that pisses me off. That pisses me off.
Slow default at this point. Spike all the way back in spawn. Ye now maintains the position because of that.
Really good angle to get posted here. They know where that cam is, and get rid of it. That's good denial of information.
Ban him? That's a mod.
Taking this fight
that was Krabby. He's a mod, dude. He's immune.
Setting up to maybe attempt to do so again.
Could have banned him if I wanted to.
On the other side, Crashy's taking space back towards mid. It looks like
he might ban you guys who said ban him. You guys that are saying ban him might get banned.
Into a play in this regard. Heaven has definitely been their issue, so a good call, but they have to get past B-Dog.
Early cage here. It's actually going to be for Moose to try to rotate back towards his spawn.
Just to support his teammate here. B-Dog gets one, gets out. Moose is in a position to aid. It looks like they want to cancel the play, though. Or at least for a moment, double back. That wall is still up in Heaven, though. So breaking that, or at least providing pressure, I still don't think it'll pull a rotate, because they still have this paranoia play set up. The shots back didn't do anything. B-Dog is still here.
Yeah, because they have the players over in Raptor Paranoia ready, but it is going to be the takeover on A. They are going to use that neon wall, leading immediately into that A site. Moose, he needed to push the Nebula to even have a chance to get back into this
Pretty good. They got one and got out.
15 seconds left, though. OpTic are going to be able to get the plant.
Plant is down, but we haven't seen...
B-Dog's got knives, but...
From Luminosity, their composition can struggle with those lacking flashes means it's going to be tough.
I don't think this will work again. You think so?
Yeah.
Wow. What a quick shot, man.
Just a point-and-click adventure game for him.
Quick.
So many more bodies over in Heaven, but they used one of their few smokes for it. But Tig, he saved up both.
He's kind of out of the fight now.
Important positions.
The double drop.
They can't get
everyone's getting fucked.
This is perfect from Luminosity.
God damn, bro.
With only one piece of utility. Yay, on his lonesome has to run away. And it's going to be a 10th for Luminosity.
Somehow we come out here. We're trying to have big buck hunting season. So
God damn! What the hell is happening?
And he just keeps killing people. He just keeps holding his space. He does not want to give up this A site. And every single time that OpTic try and commit over towards A, value is found from Moose.
11-3.
Either his setup or just his individual prowess. OpTic, they haven't won a single A site post plant. The retakes have been great. Normally, Ye is so good. I've been hyping it up in holding that space over towards Heaven, but he hasn't been able to do so. Normally it's one, get out, and then the retake is so fast in sight that he finds himself sectioned off from the team. Sure, Operator is saved in this one, but beyond that overdrive, not a lot more working for OpTic.
Again, down to pistols, down to the Petri dish buy.
They've decided to go B.
2 rounds essentially remaining here for OpTic. Try to stay in this game.
They know Ye has an op here, so...
Luminosity, they are booting quite a bit of pressure back over and
they're just going to wait out the
look
smoke.
At this position here from Mata.
He's getting nervous about it, though. They'll look to fall on back, but probably a better play in the grand scheme of things. A crossfire and back sight between him and Tig. If this sight hit comes
I wonder if Victor pops his ult.
For that raise could be big to stall. Yeah, just holding for the jump peek. If he takes his shot, I think that's the call to activate. They'll go now.
Oh, Huge combo here. You get the stun, you get the fault line, you get the stuns.
That was a crazy shot.
Tig and Dazzle both get big frags. Mata doing the exact same. Marv and Ye the last
two. Oh, I didn't see him.
And that Sheriff is actually looking pretty sharp. Mata very low on HP. Ye's trying to find him, but can't find the battle in the back of sight.
They actually clawed their way back.
He ends up winning that 1v1 against Moose, and he could really make that possible.
I mean, we did say LG have a fucking defense comp, but
we are somehow tied.
They lost pistol even.
What a hold!
They lost pistol, bro.
They just locked down space in towards the backside. An excellent smoke out of Tig, and while the play was good for Victor to route around the right side, avoid the smoke, try and get a backstab to the player in the grav well. It didn't matter.
Let's see what the play is for OpTic.
Tig just takes the one tap, despite the pull, despite the stun, and wins things out. Sure, it was an eco round, so it's fine that OpTic lose it, but this rifle round, really their last chance. They lose here, money's going to be in a tough spot, and Luminosity might just be able to close the map.
There goes that B main control. Luminosity were at least trying to feint it. It's not going to happen. Double stars going into that mid side. OpTic just trying to get as much early control as possible.
Mid control hasn't been a big priority. A lot more focus, or excuse me, not the deep mid control where you're pushing in towards B heaven. Instead, it's normally these rounds. OpTic is kind of routing in towards vents, looking to finish towards A. That's generally been their tendency. Again, they'll take that space mid. A great play forward from LG. Barrage control is theirs. The orb recoverable if they like it. I know it's close enough to justify the risk. They'll fall away for the moment. It's all 5 players from OpTic. Sit in mid.
Waiting for a pixel, waiting for an opportunity. But nobody is here. Everyone's staying very, very safe. Tig isn't even playing Rafters in terms of that contact over in heaven. He's going to get a very low contact. Trying to potentially get a response from Dazzle, but that's big. I was about to say the reinvestment of Util over back in B man was going to be massive. LG got that full control, but it only required a fault line to do it. Here comes Dazzle. Dazzle around the corner, going to be able to get one. Tig needs to go in, and indeed he does. 3 more players remaining here for OpTic, needing to fight Victor in FNS.
What the fuck just happened?
Only one of them is able to get a couple of frags. So FNS has 3 players remaining here, just about 15 seconds left. Even has a rolling thunder to deal with. How is he going to be able to take this one? Oh, okay. He ends up getting revealed.
What the hell?
Was pressured to actually go
I can't
up,
believe they've done
and
this.
It's going to be a 12th for Luminosity. Somehow the comeback has been complete for now, but the game isn't done.
Oh, not quite yet.
They have pretty bad buy.
They only found 3 rounds.
They have breach ult
where they've gotten the first kill, and none of those they've converted.
Damn, this is a crazy comeback. I'm not gonna lie.
That is fairly unheard of for this team. Generally so good in these opening gambits, especially when they're playing this Neon Chamber comp. Get someone forward, take an opening fight. Both Ye and Victor are so good at it, but LG has been shutting down, and their late rounds have looked even better. Moose and Odin to spam through towards the A site. The anchors here.
They can't get into B, dude.
To the hands of
they have ult though. Let's see. This ult's gonna hit both of them if he does it.
Rare rolling thunder at
they're
this
backing
point.
up. They backed up. They backed up out of it. They got Raze got hit. Raze got hit.
It's such an important ultimate on a map like Split. It goes into B, but it doesn't catch anyone. But it definitely pushes his opponents back towards spawn. The wall goes up for Dazzle, but Ye's able to take it down.
Oh my god!
Once again into the smoke, crashes, goes in, but goes down to Tig. Such an awkward scenario, but somehow the plane is still going through. And over in spawn, Victor pushes in a 3v3 for Luminosity. 2 players over.
What is going on?
Victor takes down yet another one. Tig, he drops right behind the wall. FNS might have seen the rifle, and FNS gets the kill.
They pulled it off.
One more kill remaining now for OpTic to push this into overtime. It's B-Dog needing to come in from
these rounds are pure chaos. There's so much going on.
Noted his victories, holding this angle, and Victor is just so damn good. 3 kills in that round, keeps OpTic alive, pulls them to overtime.
In CS, when there's multiple things going on at the same time, they have like a little second camera pop up.
At the beginning, Mimi.
I wonder if they should do that in Valorant to show like 2 different engagements. Like a little box over here with another camera.
Great kills
something like that, but I don't know. It might be too confusing.
Out of Victor, now overtime. Side switch, and for Luminosity, their attacking side left so much to be desired round after round.
They do it, but they only do it for lineups. I think they should do it for engagements as well.
In overtime, and who can win that first attacking sided round?
Or I don't know. They should use it for more stuff because it's not used enough.
Like a similar default to what they've been running. Heavy towards mid, Cypher holding space in A.
They do it for lineups, my camera's in the way. That's true. My camera is in the way of it, but it's very. They don't do it often. I'll say that.
It's like pick that hasn't been picked a single time either against them or for
every now and then. I wouldn't say it's that common.
Overtime. The contest over in mid is going to be.
You guys are like, wait, they have a lineup camera?
He does have the rendezvous to get himself out of there. But it's still very tight if LG actually opt to go in, but they don't. Not a single one of these 3 players opt to go in and peek out Yay, but it's just going to be very fast for Heaven. FNS just has to hold it down his own. How does he get 3 there? And Marv just here for the cleanup. He takes down Tig. They have no idea where Moose is. He's all the way on the other side of the map. Just about a minute left in the round, and surely it has to be OpTic unless Moose can do something massive.
He's already been hard. Angle's being held here in mid. B main has 2 players set up as well. Really A is alone though, and he doesn't have a rendezvous to get out. I think this angle could be a bit of a risk, but he just doesn't seem ready for it.
Damn, they're turning him back.
In the end.
They're turning it back.
That point re-secured here. OpTic Gaming, or at least for the first time.
LG, man.
It felt like
they can't cross the finish line.
First half, but now,
neither team can, arguably.
Get their go of things on the attacking side. I would really just like to see them continue with these pace changes. Generally, these slower defaults weren't working, and they were really struggling. Find space, and then in these late rounds, they're pushing into sites that are still so heavily contested with utility. They can somehow isolate Moose, get a blast back in the right spot, get rid of those trips, find space in towards A, that'd be great, but they still struggle with those post plants, and I've been surprised with how strong Luminosity has been on that retake, led up by players like Moose, players like Tig, whose util can be so potent in those situations.
You're right, by the way, OpTic had such a reliance on their attacking side in terms of those early round defaults. Of course, they never actually worked out as a traditional default, and then actually trying to scale up, trying to get their own individual map control. But LG, it did get a good grasp on things pretty damn quickly, because OpTic, again, only later on in those rounds when they were already dry out of that utility, ended up making their takes. So yeah, let's see a bit of a switch up, because again, when we end up seeing OpTic on that attacking side, we do get a lot more of that effect from players like Victor.
Yeah, but I don't want to see a complete switch. I think that the strength for OpTic when they play these compositions is, I talked about it earlier, it's the early round aggression to get openers. I think of that round where they send the Neon up towards ramp. There's been multiple circumstances where that worked out. If they can punish a player from LG in these early positions, they can do so well. Then reset.
OpTic, take a pause. Let's see what they do.
That actually seems to be the decision here.
Fast B again. Or is it a fake?
Back, wall goes up,
Chambers lurking A.
Nothing more beyond it. I think they're just trying to draw rotations, maybe get Ye up the ramp.
Oh, he broke the cam.
The hope was to punish
they know Ye's there.
Speaking towards main, similar to what I was talking about, but one contest, and now Ye's starting to work his way back. He hasn't seen re-aggression towards A. So nothing to punish there, but now the re-aggression actually coming late into the round. 2 players walking down the ramp, but no one actually asserting space in mid for Luminosity Gaming. Just a deep hold in towards Heaven.
Yeah, he's going to go back in mid. He's going to start kicking himself. He knows that he wanted this play back over in A. He knows that he wanted that aggressive push. But here over in Heaven, a wall that's been placed down for a bit of time now should start to deteriorate.
Oh my god, there's a gap!
Look at this gap, look at this gap! What is that gap in the wall? Mata throws in a massive...
Bro, the gap was so tiny, he couldn't even properly shoot him.
Yeah, they're fine.
But there's a gap.
The wall is still up, and it's still pretty fresh.
Yeah, but I think he only spotted one player in that gap. Noise was made on the rope here.
Ooh.
But they're so far forward in A main, no one's going to rotate. LG can stick to this 3-player stack on the B site. That is where the execute will come for OpTic.
They're not going to let it go. Tig, he ends up
Everyone got caught out. Everyone got caught out.
No,
they know Mata's here.
They know that he's here.
Ooh, he got one.
He made it
possible.
It's just not going to work out. 2 more
Very
players
difficult, but possible.
Versus 3 of
Crashy's low as well.
Full flank coming through from Moose.
This flank is so far.
Has an angle in the back lines
and
over towards Heaven as well.
He's so
Crashy's
far.
is locking things down. These players split, separated.
If Jet gets this 1 kill somewhere, whoever gets the first kill wins this round. If LG get the first kill, they win. If OpTic get the first kill, they win. That's my guess.
Right now for OpTic. No crossfires, just detecting if anyone's there. What a headshot from FNS.
Damn.
And it's gonna
FNS
be
turned up, bro.
From Marv on to B-Dog. OpTic, they
oh my god, 11-3
scrapped together at the very end. And they
to 12-11.
But again, Mimi, they had
11-3 to 12-12.
They did. It was a really
and then
great
OpTic closed it out.
That's what we expect
honestly,
from
OpTic were just trying to make it interesting for the fans, dude.
Left a little bit to be
they know you guys like to be on the edge of your seat, man. They put you right there.
These slow rounds where they walk into utility in the late, but it was
OpTic's trolling us, bro.
From players like Tig, players like